When are these morons and complete and utter morons going to get a grip on this thing? You got the guy, the Liverpudlian guy. We've got to get out. We've got to get out. Why? What was so wrong with life 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago?
It's
that
a
we've got to get out?
dictatorship.
What are we trying to get out
It's
of?
a dictatorship.
Oh, absolutely. Of course it is.
You imagine what would
James,
happen in a dictatorship if you turned your back on the anthem.
We got Martin in Norfolk talking twaddle.
He was in
complete and utter
Gosport.
twaddle.
He was in Gosport. He grew up in Norfolk.
No. Martin, the farmer.
Yeah, he grew
from
up in Norfolk, but he's in Gosport now. Yeah.
Talking twaddle.
Yeah, I know.
The first influence. I used to be a dairy farmer in Germany.
Ah.
I know.
You may
all
know
about
what you're talking
agriculture
about in that
EU.
case. You may know of what you speak.
There was no introduction, no interference from the EU. The UK gets a better deal out of agriculture than anybody else does.
Really?
He's talking twaddle, but people have been listening to this for 3 years.
50 years, mate. He said it started in 1975.
Rubbish. Milk quotas started in 1984.
And why are they beneficial to Britain? Because I have to say, I was labouring under the illusion that perhaps we got the dirty end of the stick.
The UK, as with fish quotas,
Yes.
we were allowed to sell them. We were allowed to trade them.
Yes, we were.
Within the country. And the French and the Germans and the Austrians weren't. So a lot of dairy farmers in the UK, they were given per cow, roughly, 10,000 litres of milk quota. And they sold it at 50p a litre. They made a fortune out of it. And then they complain that the EU has done them down and put them out of business. It's the same with the fish quotas. The UK were allowed to trade the fish quotas and other countries weren't. The fish quotas have therefore all ended up in the hands of 4 or 5 very, very wealthy families, all in the Sunday Times rich list. And then we sit around complaining. But these people have been listening to this information for 3 years.
I know, but it's information. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. I've got no reason to doubt you, but I do know what Minette Batters, it's one of my favourite names in public life, Minette Batters said yesterday about a no-deal Brexit. Do you know what Minette Batters said yesterday about a no-deal Brexit?
I can only imagine.
No, you're going to like it.
Oh.
She's the head of the National Farmers Union.
I know she is.
And she said it remains the case it would be simply catastrophic for British food and farming.
Yeah, exactly. But something like 70% of farmers voted leave.
I know they did.
Because they are so
stupid.
No, well, complete and utter morons.
Carry on. I mean, stop.
I run a business. No, I can't stop. I'm sorry. I've got to let this. I've got to let
No, seriously, you go.
I run a business now in renewable energy.
Yes.
We export, we manufacture in the UK smart electronics for solar power. We had to stop exporting in mid-February because we didn't know, with the deadline of the 31st of March, we didn't know when we put stuff in a container in Southampton, we didn't know what it was going to be worth when it arrived in Africa or India, wherever it was going. Yeah. So we stopped exporting. My overdraft went up £180,000 during that period. And now we're looking at doing exactly the same thing again. I've just got my overdraft back under control where it was.
Good.
It's now going to do the same thing again in October, on the 31st of October. And I've just got to say, please, guys, why? What is the benefit? Why are we doing this? And I've just lost it today.
I don't blame
you, mate. I've been listening in the queue to you for half an hour, and I've hung up twice because I just couldn't cope anymore.
I hear you. I do.
And why? The only people who are going to suffer from it is people losing their jobs.
Of course.
My company overdraft is secured on my house and my pension. And Jeremy Hunt says it's okay if a few businesses go bust.
He'll do it with a heavy heart, Tim. A heavy heart.
More? Why?
I don't know, Tim. I've been asking for 3 years and I still don't know.
I'm not going to be polite anymore. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be building bridges, but how do you build bridges with complete and utter morons like that?
I don't know.
Complete and utter morons.